Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. It's your host Tom Quee here. We are previewing yet another card. This is actually going down in 2019. I think this is the first preview 2019. We're just recording this just as we near December. This is Rap is Full, the premier battle rap league in Ireland. They have been throwing some incredible events, both in terms of the internationals that have gone over and the domestic scene they are cultivated. Of course, we've seen people like Terminal and Podge come over and do crazy stuff, and more recently, and next in line 3, we saw Rapthor that we'll get onto, and Hades, etc. So today we are going through the card. Just before we get into that card, that Broken Resolutions card, please follow us at Battle Resume. Get in touch with me, battleresume@gmail.com. Leave us a comment down below, subscribe, Patreon, iTunes, all the things that I always flog. And we've got two people on the line. I'll start with the main man himself, Ruairi. How's it going, man?
All right, Tom. How are you, man? It's good to talk to you again.
I think we spoke on the show before. Didn't we preview the first event, the Real Deal one?
Yeah, the very first event we done, Last Words. So that was last April, wasn't it? Well, it would have been before that we done the interview. The event was last April, so it was probably last March.
Yeah. I mean, like 18 months have passed since then. And
it feels like a lot longer, man.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, beyond your wildest dreams, I imagine, how successful this thing has gone.
Yeah, to be honest, after that event, that first event was kind of, I don't know, we kind of didn't really know what we were doing. And then by the second or third event, I didn't think that we were still going to be doing it this year. I didn't think we were going to make it to the end of last year. And it just, then we got involved with Premier Battles, and we done an event with them, Dublin versus England, and we booked Oshea versus Thesaurus then as well. Like, so it was just kind of, we went from thinking we weren't going to go any longer to kind of just getting opportunities and things that we couldn't kind of refuse to do. So we're still here anyway for another while.
Yeah, and also joining us is, an OG fan, someone who's also crucial in orchestrating this whole event. We're going to get to that. He's also at the front of Soul versus Mr. 13, if you need any more credence. Mattias, how's it going, man?
Hey there, Tom. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, Mr. 13 and Soul's in the front for that one. He still owes me a bottle of water.
And let's talk about yourself, because people might not be quite as familiar. I don't want to call you like a fixer or something, but you're, a lot of people aren't aware that a lot of fans, a lot of, incredibly generous fans, help to put on battles, help to finance matchups. Like, how did you get into that?
Right, so basically, I've been a fan since university. So about 2007, just before I went to uni, started watching a lot. Was one of the many people who watched Viral, Grist versus Blizzard, and then went down the rabbit hole sort of thing. And after uni, I started making some money. And when you are single or fucking around doing nothing and you got a few pennies left over, especially when you start to think you've been watching it long enough, you start trying to reach out to people. And I don't know if it's like trying to make friends initially that you try and do, rather than be that loner who goes to the rap battle events by himself, but more the fact that when you start going to events, you start seeing people like in the flesh, and then you start going, well, how can I have a conversation with this person? And I'm pretty confident the first kind of way that I did it was I just went up and went, I can help, I can do battles too, money, something along that sort of line. And so that then sparked a flame somewhat, and then they went, so are you actually bullshitting? And I'm a bit of a stubborn arsehole, so I went, no, of course not, let me do it. And then I started earning decent money when I went to Russia, and then it just became the sort of, well, I would like to see that, and I rate that guy. And now it was no more trying to like fit into a scene, it's now going, what can I do for the scene that's kind of done a lot for me? And it snowballed from there.
And we don't want to pull the curtain back too far, but I mean, can you reveal any matchups that you've had a hand in?
Yeah, sure. There's a few I don't want to mention because there's been one battle where one was mentioned and nobody picked up on it. It was slyly done, and I'm not going to reveal it, but there is definitely one somewhere amongst, I would say, a mid-tier UK battler has mentioned it to somebody in a battle, and no one's picked up on it since. But the ones I can say, I booked originally My Verse versus Quill.
Right.
And I said, I booked it. Like, I threw that name out there, and I said, can we do that one? It was booked up. and then it was changed to Oshea, and now we all know the whole My versus Oshea battle is doing quite well. Yeah,
it's left its mark in more ways than one, I think. Yeah,
that is one way of phrasing it. So that wasn't my choice, but my God, I'm happy with the end result that happened on that one. If I can think, what else could I say? That's all right. I paid for Jonai versus Rapthor. I mean, I don't even know if Rapthor even knows about that. And It's not a slur on Rapthor. I think the card was just trying to come together, and I got hit up saying, look, we want this guy versus Rapthor. Can you help us? Because it's the budget problems. And however you want to look at it, the flight was paid that way. So those are two I'm happy saying, because I don't think Oshea gives a flying shit. And Rapthor had I don't think he even knows about it, so it's not really, he's just got offered a battle and said yes to an obvious matchup. So those are two that definitely went down that I paid for. There are at least 10 others.
10? That's crazy. I mean, I know personally of two other guys in the scene who do this quite regularly, and it's quite widespread, isn't it? Like, you know, when I first got into Doneflop, I was like, how the fuck are they affording all these flights? And it's like 20 quid for stylus, and it's like guys like you.
Yeah. To be honest, if the first battle I set up turned into Ginger Virgin Poet, I probably would have stopped.
Yes. yeah.
To be honest, I would have probably seen my money go down the sink and gone, that's not something I'm going to do again. I mean, I'm sure many of your fans know that Rapthor was paid by a fan to take Craft D and just did his thing.
You're just distancing yourself from that battle, basically, aren't you?
100%. Don't want my name associated with that. That wasn't me. I laughed my tits off when I found out about that.
And moving forward then, yourself and Rap is Full, you know, you got more of a hand on this. It's not just one or two matchups. Like, it seems you're, you know, quite at the forefront of the orchestration. Like, what was that move for you?
Well, the gestation of the whole thing was genuinely is, I'm not trying to big up the people on the card, but the reason why they're on the card is the first battle that I watched that made me go, I need to hit up Ruairi, was Lizzie C and TY the Poet. It was posted on the forum, and there was a big thing about, obviously, they both choked in Lizzie first and TY, but it really was kind of showed me, like, these guys are fucking good. Like, they're really damn good, and we complain a lot in the UK scene about not supporting up-and-comers. So this sparked the beginnings of my thought process. I hit up Ruairi and just kind of shouted him out and said, I think the initial one was, I'd love to do something to support the Irish rap scene. Let's do a cash prize. Let's get XYZ battler to do in fact, it was 4 battlers I was suggesting to do a all versus all elimination style, a little bit like when Tony D judged Quill and 3 others.
Oh yeah, I remember that, yeah.
So I hit Ruairi up saying, let's do something like that with the Irish guys with a cash prize, and then it snowballed into the card it is today.
And Ruairi, for you, I mean, getting Mattias involved, then it must be a great thing to have that, you know, that a budget behind a card.
Oh, it was really nice. Now, we spent so much money now kind of last year that we kind of had to, we tried to kind of do smaller events that were a lot of more Irish battlers, because we have a lot of Irish battlers now. A lot that came back, Robbie and Rapthor, and who else came back? Hades, Johnny Darko, which we already had kind of the battlers that had been with us last year. So we were kind of focusing more on Irish cards. Then we done the event with Premier Battle, so that kind of took some of the strain, because we wouldn't have been able to really put on a card that big after we had done Swords and Oshea. Like, you know, we were kind of, I think, we still owe money on that event. Yeah. And then it was then when Mattias hit me up, then, I don't know, about a month ago, I think it was, and he said about the tournament first. I said, yeah, that's a good idea. And I wasn't planning on doing an event kind of that time. It probably would have been February or March before I had done an event next year. But then I was saying, you know, nice one, yeah, because it just takes a lot, you know. It's the scene is only kind of starting to build back up here as well, like, so there's not a whole lot of money in it. And, you know, there's only there's 4.5 million people in the whole Ireland, like, do you know what I mean? Where you look in London, like, there's 80 million or something, I think. Yeah. So it's like, and hip hop and rap in general is a lot smaller scene, like, so there's not, you know, even if you put on a really good card, like, you know, we sell out a venue, like, we might sell 150 tickets, do you know what I mean? I think that's the best we ever done. you know, so that's a big thing for us. Like, but it's getting bigger the whole time. But it's nice to have someone else as well. Do you know what I mean? It takes a lot of the pressure off as well. Like, so he's really good to work with as well. Do you know, he knows what he's doing. Like, do you know, bonus as well. Do you know.
In terms of the venue then for Broken Resolutions, I mean, when was this going down again? It's really early January, right?
Yeah, 3rd of January, man.
The 3rd of January, yeah.
3rd of January on the Thursday. So, I mean, talk to me about the venue.
That'd be a really good
we don't actually...
No venue yet.
This is going to be a quick one. No, because it's a Thursday and it's just after New Year, so we have to do it in an evening time. Where the venue that we use our main venue where we've done the Oshea Source battle and we done Ireland versus England with Premier Battles is the International Bar. But we can have that any day, usually, that we want, any time of the year. It's very rarely booked in the daytime. But it's one of the biggest comedy clubs in Ireland. 7 nights a week to have comedy on there, so we can't get it at night time. And it's really hard to get, we were quoted, I think, before we got the International Bar, I think we were quoted, I don't know, 800 or 1,000. I think we were quoted 1,500 for some venues in Dublin. Like, it was just where there's, you know, you were getting quoted more than what you were ever going to even take, and that was before you paid any flights or, do you know what I mean, you'd done anything at all. Yeah. So it just we're looking now. I think we have a venue. I just don't want to mention it now. Podge was on to them yesterday. And I think if we get it as well, it's nice. It's a bigger venue. I think it holds, one room holds 700 and one room holds 200, and I think we kind of have the choice of which one to use. So we're going to go up and do a bit of reconnaissance on it, and, you know, take a few pictures and just see what the cameraman will probably have to look into. Shout out to Tony Lucas, you know, because he kind of knows. You know, with the last event we done one in my hometown in Wexford, which is outside of Dublin, a few weeks ago, and it was really dark in there, and you can see on the footage how dark it is compared to the international, like, you know. So just hopefully now to announce the venue, I'd say hopefully by the end of next week, do you know.
Yeah, I mean, the venue is something we've been trying to get right for some time, and there's been complications because of the Thursday night. And I'm probably worth mentioning why we're doing Thursday night, because that's been like the number one feedback on the date. And I can give you a whole load of bullshit, which is like, oh, it's very close to after New Year, we're trying to appeal to the college groups of people, and all of that. And I'm sure some of that is secretly true. But the real answer is, it's because I need to do it because of my trip to Ireland that's been pre-booked. And if I was going to finance a card, I'd want to be there. And I'm bringing my missus that's never been to the UK or Ireland before. And I told her that I'd take her to an event. And so a part of this idea is to create an event, not for her, but because then she's there as well to kind of go, you know, that stupid thing I watched on the internet the entire time? Like, this is what it's like to be at the event. And I did check with some people about events to kind of go to, but the Irish guys they're just fantastic. So we're doing it then on the Thursday, mainly because the arsehole who's financing it wanted it on the Thursday. So sorry, guys, but we still think we're going to sell out. We've got a wicked venue lined up, and I'm pretty sure we're going to sell about 150 or maybe 200 or more with the card that we got.
Sorry, Podge, are you on the line?
I am, yeah.
How's it going, man?
Good. I was listening to you on YouTube, so...
Fucking fresh off Body and Jay Short. We've got Podge Dwyer on the line, man.
Controversial.
I had you winning that, honestly. I had you winning that.
Yeah, a lot of people had. I didn't really know. I just enjoyed. I was enjoying the battle so much. I didn't really know who won coming off, but watching it back, I do think I won.
And just as we're going to get into the card now, Podge, I mean, obviously you're on it against Oshea. We're going to talk about that battle towards the end. But yourself and Rapthor, I mean, you sort of came up in the league. You do a lot of, presenting there as well. Like, what is your role in the structure?
Well, pretty much Rory's right-hand man. The first ever event for Rap is Full, Rory wanted to do it in my hometown and asked would I try out on the league. So I helped set up the venue, I helped with all that sort of stuff, and it just kind of grew from there. We both really just wanted to do a couple of battle events, and my battle went well. I ended up getting on King of the Ronalds, so that kind of helped with me battling, and the events in Ireland were doing well, and myself and Rory have kind of just worked together ever since. So I've kind of been there since day one.
So we'll get into the card then, Ruairi. We've got TY the Poet versus Yaneth. I mean, what a viral breakout star Yaneth is.
Yeah, Yaneth's a bigger lad.
The bigger lad thing.
I look forward to meeting Yaneth.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a good battle, man. Yaneth is a character, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's kind of like Fighter, but won't beat you up.
yeah, he's sort of pacifist, yeah.
Oh, damn, you are so right on that one.
It's a bar. But I mean, someone like Yaneth.
Yeah, no, he done well in his tryout as well, didn't he? You know.
I tell you what, though, give him all of his stick. I mean, he's been kicked off the forum. Was the top poster in the forum. I found that from one of the mods. He's posted on the forum while he was there more than any other person. He's a bit in that way. But you know what? He's a lovable guy in the flesh. I met him at match day 4. I mean, he's a decent bloke, and his tryout has got more views than Double L versus Kinell on King of the Runners. So he's done that in a few weeks. Yeah, genuinely. I just looked it up today.
Yeah, that's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, tell me about it. The kid can... Well, he's not a kid. He's older than me. Bloody hell, he could be my dad. Hope he's not. But yeah, no, he's a solid guy. And I just saw him on a stream with TY now. Like, he properly gives a shit. And he's making himself out there. He's got family out. I rate it. And if he fucks up, he's been called the bigger lad on the video release.
No, I agree. Yeah,
that name's going to stick with him forever.
His enthusiasm is pretty unparalleled and pretty inspiring as well. But I mean, Podge, for someone who's not aware of TY the Poet, how's this going to play out?
Well, TY, I think, is going to 3-0 him.
Right.
I think he's the most exciting newcomer in the league. I always, when I kind of look at tryouts, I don't really look at how polished their performance is. I always try and look at something that kind of stands out that, you know, they can build on. And ever since TY's tryout, I've said this fella has just an ability to structure bars that other tryouts don't have, who can be very rapidly kind of lyrical miracle kind of stuff. So I honestly think Ty is going to be just going to keep improving, and I think even at the level they're both at now, I just think Ty is a bit better at the moment.
Right. Move on to JPEG versus Lazy. Like, I'm pretty certain Lazy said he was chilling off the battling after Terminal, but obviously he's got this one. I think he's battling some Virgin Atlantic journos, taking his first foray into battle rap.
He messaged me. Sorry.
No, go on.
He messaged Lazy Arcade because I know him through, because I was on the King of the Rounds forums for years, so I kind of know him the last 3 years or that. But he messaged me about 2 weeks ago, and he said, when's the next event? And I said, there's one in January. And he said, look, I don't want to battle, but I want to come out for an event and just enjoy it. He said, after been battling loads, and I just want to come and enjoy it. I said, yeah, definitely, because I met him when I was over at Next to Line 3, and I met him as well at match day 2 when I was in London. And he's a nice fella. Like. Yeah. So I said, sure, just come out. I said, if you're not wanting to battle, just come out and, enjoy it, and we'll have a bit of laugh. And Mattias sent me a message then maybe a week later, and told me that he was going to battle JPEG, which was just amazing, because I knew he was coming. I just didn't think he was going to battle. So it was nice to get him on the card as well,
Yeah, I mean, Podge, I was talking to Podge, and I've been trying to get a battle for JPEG for fucking ages. He was the battler that took me the longest to get a damn matchup for. And so I was speaking to Podge, and I said, I think I'm going to talk to, at the time, Lazy asked Jack. He subsequently asked to change his name to Lazy. Yeah. And Podge just said, no way, not going to happen, isn't going to work, don't even bother. About an hour later, I sent him a screenshot and just, like a smug face, that. So I'm quite happy with that matchup. To be fair, JPEG's getting a look for this battle.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a step up for him. Honestly, Lazy's fucking good. JPEG's great, but JPEG's got to step the fuck up for this game. A little bit, in my opinion, like Yaneth has to for Ty.
I mean, they're kind of similar in a way. They're sort of educated stees.
Oh, they're both Oxbridge.
I'm not going to understand anything in this.
No. Oh, they're both. Oh, he's Oxbridge as well.
I won't get any references.
Yeah. They're both Oxbridge.
No, he's Trinity. He's Trinity, which is pretty much the Oxbridge.
Yeah, on that level.
Ireland. Yeah.
It's the Irish version of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's Oxford with more potatoes, really. Like,
yeah, yeah. But you talked to me about the crowd in Rappers 4 as well. I mean, are people going to be catching all these bars? Is it going to be more rambunctious? Because, like you say, it's going to be a very literary clash.
Rappers Full is kind of a weird one because we have the hardcore battle rap fans who didn't know about a scene in Ireland who are starting to peter into our events, and then we have people who are just finding battle rap for the first ever time. So it kind of works for us because we can have a good balance of jokey battles and actual bars. And so there'll be some of the crowd will love it, some of the crowd won't, but the atmosphere is always great anyway, regardless.
A foolproof move, Ruairi, to get someone like Kinell back out. And, I mean, Lizzie C has so much hype as well. I love this matchup.
Yeah, that was one that I wasn't, when Mattias sent me to that, I was kind of shocked because that wasn't one that I was expecting at all, do you know what I mean? But good to see Lizzie getting the opportunity. She's a good buzz. And a lot of people said, oh, it's because she's a girl or it's because she's this, like, but sure, there's other girls that have battled as well that have got hype that haven't been half as good as her, you know what I mean? So I think like that probably does play a factor into, like, but she's a good rapper as well, you know. Kinell has been out here. This will be Kinell's third battle, I think, on Rappers Full. He was at the first one, the Last Words, and he was at Last Words 2 as well. He was actually at, you know, so it'll be good now, you know. And it's a different, you know, because Lizzie is more about rapping than Kinell is just kind of punchlines and really good punchlines, and he always has like really random kind of obscure references and angles that some people won't get, but if you get him, they're brilliant. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's always really entertaining. Like, do you know what I mean? He had some at his last battle, he battled Darky Last Words too. He had some really good material. Like, so I'm really looking forward to that one. You know, and it's good to see Lizzie as well getting fucking shot. You know, she's worked hard this year. She's a few battles lined up now next year as well. Like, that are looking good. Like, if she keeps progressing the way she is.
I mean, I knew I had to get Kinell on the card because I've never met a battle rapper quite like the way I met him. I was at Empire. In fact, Tom, you were there as well, standing outside. And I think I'd just spoken to you briefly. And then I was with my mate. I brought a guy who had never been there before. He wore a suit because, you know, why not?
Right.
And he turned up to that thing, stood outside. And then this guy with a ginger beard and a beanie hat just comes on, kind of looking half dazed. And he just goes, "Can I spit you some bars?" Genuinely, I didn't twig. And you know, like when someone that you don't know that looks a bit disheveled on the street asks you for a light, you just kind of go along with it, yeah? Like, this happened, and he just starts spitting bars. And I was just like, what the fuck's going on here? And then after that, I was just like, yeah, man, sounds great. I then see that he's announced and he steps into the ring. I'm like, oh, shit. All right, fair enough. And that was the event where I started watching more Kinell and Mackenzie. And like, yeah. So from that moment, I was like, I've got to bring him on. And he is the most humble fucker in it. He battled Mr. I read my bars off my phone for 3 rounds. Yeah. He's just such a wonderful human being that just props to him. I can't wait for this clash, man. Lizzie deserves it too. She's fire.
So we're getting
Kinell
into...
said as well.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Tom.
No, go ahead, man.
He said recently that the Rappers Full crowds is his favourite to perform against as well.
Oh, that's fucking great. I mean, this is a journeyman, a nomad who has had so many different audiences. So if anyone's going to make that statement, it's him. I'm pretty sure this is his first female opponent as well, off the top of my head.
Yeah,
I know he's battled so many fucking people.
That's my worrying thing about this for Lizzie, because Kinell is the type of person that can... I'd say he has stuff stacked up of the most like explicit shit ever. Like his first battle with us, his third round was about how abortion was great. So I don't really want to know what is going to be mentioned.
In the heart of Catholic Ireland. It's lucky there was only 17 people at that event. There wasn't people that get offended.
Yeah, I see Enigma versus DK style here.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, he told me after he done that, he said, I think it was the next time that he was over, we were talking about that, and I think he said he had forgot the end of his verse or a part of his verse, or I couldn't remember. So he said he just kind of started. He said, "I'll just go on about abortion because that, you know what I mean? Because there's fucking big debates about that and fucking." in Ireland around the time, etc. I just threw that in there, which I thought was great. Like,
Podge, Joy France versus Rapthor. How do you feel about it?
Joy France trio, I think.
He's gonna fucking kill you.
Not a big fan of Rapthor now myself.
Right.
go away, you. Podge has been done Rapthor for ages.
Right.
Yeah, this has got history behind it. This is forum history.
Yeah, myself and Rapthor have this forum beef going on for like 2 years, from even before I battled, because we used to be around like the Irish hip hop scene for years, like performing on cards together and all. But it's kind of a running joke between us now that we have this forum beef.
I'm pretty sure that Podge said to me that he won't take any fassy hole. I think he used the word fassy hole like Rapthor. He has to be a British opponent to fuck off. I'm pretty sure he said that.
Yeah.
And this is Joy's second clash. Like, you know, she had that great showing against
It's her
Blunted.
third.
Is that her third? Who did she battle?
Yeah, she's done a first one that's not been released on YouTube, but it's her third.
Right.
I'm pretty confident it's her third.
Okay. Yeah,
No,
well, we had the Blunted one with the, you know, another fassy hole Rapthor, this time in the crowd there, slightly ruining the battle. But, I mean, I'm excited for this. Like, I knew Joy before Battle Rap, doing spoken word in Manchester. Like, I'm a big fan of hers. And, you know, I know that she's very excited for this as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's turned down a number of, I'm not going to drop names because, again, that isn't my place to do so, but what we would call mid top tier UK. If we were going to use a tier system, nearly everyone would put the two people that I know of that she turned down in this category. Big names that have been in it for a while, they get international opponents. She said no because there was the implication behind it that they would take it easy on her, or they would be kind of doing her a favor, or whatever. However it came across, she didn't feel comfortable doing it. Yeah. And I hit her up and just said, look, what do you want? Who would be interested in? And she just went, I want to feel scared, is what she said to me. I want to feel scared. I want to feel like a challenge. And so I spoke to Ruairi and just said, who's the man for the job? And he didn't really take much time to tell me who to talk to, to be honest. He pointed me straight at Rapthor and just said that if you want someone to shout at her and tell her to go back to her coffin and die, that's not my view, obviously, but like that, if you want something like that, that's your man. And I dropped him a message and said, would that be a battle you're interested in? But I want you to go for like the throat. It's got to be 110% she dies. And, you know, and Joy was totally happy with that. She is wonderful. She's a brilliant human being. And I think that Rapthor's underestimating her quite significantly. But at the same time, Rapthor's one of the top Irish rappers. If it's a rap contest, we know the winner. If it's an Irish audience or Irish judging panel, I think we know the winner. But this battle has potential to go a bit broader. And I know Rapthor's told me that he's going to play it the way he's going to play it, but I think Joy's got a few tricks up her sleeve. And so I don't think anyone who says Rapthor's going to murder her, they're wrong. But we'll see.
Yeah, I love this one. And yeah, seeing Rapthor for the first time at Next in Line 3, he was fucking great against Giz. And I mean, Giz was kind of terrible, but Rapthor was really, really good. Ruairi, so cool that Double L's coming over to battle Balor.
Yeah, he came over and battled. He actually battled Rapthor in Dublin about 2 years ago.
Oh, he did.
Not on a Rappers Comp Ireland. On a shout out to Kim on her league. Well, it's not really a league; it's more a showcase to do live event, live music, and to do battles and all. But he came over, unanimous battle Robbie at the same event. Who else? Flawless battle, Carl French, I think. So he has been over and he has battled. And one thing, either stop banging that. Sorry, daughter's breaking the place. Okay. But yeah, so no, I think it's going to be good to get him over. You know, and Balor has been on every event that we've done. I don't think he's missed an event at all. Do you know, he's been on every one that we've done. So he hasn't missed one at all, has he? The next one that we do December is the first card that he won't be on that we've done. Like, do you know, so he's always there and he'll battle anyone. Like, so it's good. And I know he has a few other nice, tasty battles lined up for himself next year on different leagues as well. Like, so it's good to see him getting. Do you know, he's fucking worked hard for it as well. Like, do you know. He doesn't complain or fucking. He just go and battle. Do you know what I mean? Always easy to deal with, and he just wants to go and battle and join. He doesn't give a fuck who it is. He'll just go and fucking try and take someone's head off. Do you know? Shout out to fucking Scott.
Podge, what are your thoughts on the clash?
Yeah, well, Double L, he kind of came over, and he'll admit himself he didn't even look at a Raptor battle the last time, and I think he might want to redeem himself from that time, hopefully anyway. And yeah, Scott is just, or Balor has been just killing it for the last year, so perfect, and it's a great scalp if he does beat Double L as well. It's a great name to have on the list.
Yeah, absolutely. And Matt, we should say as well, Mattias, we're looking to do a bit of a BRR collab, right? Possibly some live Mastermind at the event.
Absolutely, man. I've already bought my stupid jacket ready for this event. We've got I've sent it to the boys. It basically, if you could imagine someone like a complete bellend leading a game show, I think you're going to find him with Excellent. Or without the jacket, to be honest. But yeah, that we're going to do it. We're going to try and do it in between battles. Just, there's always that dead drop in it where people go out for a smoke break and whatever. And I think with the crowd that we're going to have there, the temperature outside, let's have something kind of fun. And if it fucks up, it fucks up. But if it doesn't, I'm going to send you some decent footage and we should have a giggle with it. So, live Mastermind, we've got some brilliant BRR tops from yourself and your team.
Yep.
And can't wait to rep it.
No, man. I mean, it's an honour to franchise it out, especially to you guys. I mean, I will be writing the questions as well, but obviously Mattias and I have the contestants there, so it'll all be done on their end. We'll probably put it on the channel. Really excited to see how that turns out. And you've got such a cast of stars to pull from, really, to have on the game show. I mean, Oshea versus yourself, Podge. I mean, you've battled tons of big names. Like, it's quite ridiculous actually how many top tier guys you face, but Oshea is above everyone else, right?
Yeah. This is actually the third time I've been offered Oshea, and I've turned him down 3 times because I'm absolutely terrified to battle Oshea, and that is no lie. I just think that Oshea is kind of a kind of a marquee battle that you kind of have to earn and work your way up, but you get asked to battle someone of that caliber enough times, you don't know when you'll be asked again, so I kind of had to just take it this time and take the opportunity while I was there. I'm on a great run of opponents, so might as well strike while the iron's hot, I suppose.
I mean, but Osh as well, he's in a crazy run 2018.
Yeah,
he's had a good year, hasn't he?
He's had an amazing year, one of his best.
This is probably his best ever year. I was thinking about it only a few days ago. Like, he's maybe choked once or twice, but other than that, he's been flawless. Like, and he's battled Thesaurus, unbelievable. Rapthor, he was unbelievable. Koji, he was unbelievable.
Danny Jack.
Like, every performance was just like vintage Osh with something extra even this year, so I'm absolutely bricking it.
Man, that's going to be one of the best battles on the card by far. And to be fair, anyone else that's looking to book Osh, shout out Floss. She is like an absolute G. Like, just send her a message.
Floss is really one, yeah.
Yeah, speed stuff up so much. I think Osh ignored my message for a month, Floss within a day, and then he sends me a message back about a week later just going, "Did you live in Russia?" And I replied, and nothing. just a bit like, all right, cool, man. Can't wait for that one. But getting Podge to agree to that battle, I'm really, really happy. And every other rapper in the forum on Rap is Full is not.
Yeah, that's because we all hate Podge. Like, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, man, it's been fun, and I'm definitely going to play the angle that Podge was just like, I'll never battle Raptor ever, it's Oshea will go home. I'm going to play, it's completely not true, but it certainly isn't going to play a narrative.
No, it's true, he was only saying to me earlier on as well.
Yeah, man. But I tell you what, though, in the future, when Raptor and Podge finally get to go at it, I want to be front row for that thing.
Yeah, that'll be good. But I think one thing for me with Oshea is I think a lot of people get wrapped up in the whole thing of just being happy to be battling Oshea. I actually want to battle Oshea and actually go at him rather than just smile and laugh at him while he's ruining my life up there. So I'm like, Oshea is great and all, but I'm on a good run as well. So I'm not the type of person to be like, oh no, I'm just going to go up there and die and just be happy that I stood.
Wait, Podge, you haven't won a battle all year. Stop, will you?
Do you actually think you're going to win? Do you think you can win, though? Is there a strategy you've got to take this?
Of course I think I can win.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm a battle rapper.
Like
this attitude of battle rappers go around thinking, oh, I'll be happy if I just don't choke. I'll be happy if I get through all 3 rounds and don't get bodied. What kind of attitude is that? If you want to be the best at what you do, you have to think you're going to beat the best in the business. That is the most ridiculous attitude that has come from this whole little man persona of UK battle rap these days, that, oh, we're only a crowd of friends who get together every now and then and we're all friends at the back of it. You should want to win your battles. Like it's literally the most basic requirement of being a battle rapper, trying to win your battles. And
I tell you what, that's why TY is going to be an absolute lethal weapon in the future. That guy's shouting out people already. He's hungry. That's what you need in battle rap. And you're right, there are too many people, without naming names, who just go, let's ride the wave and hi-fi my friends and the fiddlers. Fuck off.
Like, I love Oshea today. I met Oshea on my second ever battle over in King of the Ronalds on Birkenhead. I love the man today, but it's different when you get in there. I just don't get it.
Where's the guy Terminal? Not on the card.
Oh, I see what you're doing, Tom. I see what you're doing.
Just wondering where he's at.
All right, well, you've got most of the card. However, there would still be an ideal slot or two.
Sure.
But until things are money's down, Terminal's just getting a pint with me at the bar at the moment. That's what's happening.
Okay. And we get to the top of the card then. Bobby versus Gwame. Rory, Gwame is champ, but this isn't a title match.
No, it's not, and he's not really the champ either. Terminal's the real champ. He was just robbed, like, you know.
I didn't think that, but yeah.
Basically, what happened is, right, I paid off. I thought we had 3 judges, and I paid off 2 of the judges, thinking, sure. So one looked too obvious, you know what I mean? The other one, then I said, I'll probably go the other way. That's all right, so we'll win. But there was 5 judges, and no one told me, so I didn't pay off the other 3. All I need to do is pay off 1 more. Gwame is fucking. I think it was even mentioned in the title match that I wasn't very supportive. Now that I was Team Terminal from the start, you know. But Gwame is the fucking man as well. You know, he's been at it this years, and he's fucking done a lot of rappers full. You know, he was editing videos at one stage. He was making clips. He was doing battles, and you know, I wish he'd fucking stop stressing me out and leaving. He's fucking right until the last minute. Now is probably the only criticism I have him, but I think he just does that to annoy me.
And then we're putting him against Bobby Rex, who has the same strategy. I'll call it a strategy.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy fucking Gwame. Just looking at his verse tracker now, he's had like 8 battles on Rap Is Full or something in that last year or so. Like, the guy's been on a tear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's been on nearly every event. He wasn't on the last one we done, the Animal Kingdom one, but I think he was on every other event apart from that. Was he, Podge?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can't really remember, but he's been on pretty much everyone. Won all his battles apart from one, who I can't remember who his opponent was, but
yes,
he's...
you bet, Podge.
That
was a year ago.
Gwame is like probably he's been the poster boy of Rap Is Full. Like, while kind of the UK don't give him his recognition because he hasn't been over there since this whole so-called revival of Irish battle rap. He's been like the poster boy over here. Like I don't think he's choked once. And this is from someone who prepares his 3 rounds in 48 hours. Like, I don't think he's choked once. He's had some of the best battles of the year. Him against Roby was unbelievable when people thought Roby...
I love that battle. He's so good in that battle.
People thought Roby was going to come back and just steamroll him. It was an unbelievable, debatable battle. He had a great battle with Jay Short. He's just everything that is rap is full of Gwame is, as Rory said, he even stepped in as staff at one stage. So perfect champ to have, and the perfect first champ as well.
And he's like an OG fan, right, as well. I think Pamphlet was saying or something. He's been around forever.
He battled Pamphlet. He was on
the
UK.
He did battle Pamphlet. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think that was only decided on the Friday. It was a 2-day Don't Flop event or something.
To the Test 10. It was the after party.
Yeah.
And didn't he first debut before Row B, but then Don't Flop never brought him back, or is my memory fuzzy?
Yeah, I think that could have been the Pamphlet battle.
Because then it was Roby and Wilsey, wasn't it? And then it just stopped.
Yeah. And Rapthor versus Seuss as well. But Gwame always kind of struggled with his delivery and kind of crossing over to more of a neutral fan base that aren't just there to hear bars and good writing. But then I think he kind of broke through that against, I can't remember, he did a 1-rounder against somebody on Rappers Comp Ireland because Pedro dropped out on him, and ever since he's just been brilliant for Rap is Full.
And how's he going to do against Bobby?
I think this is a bad matchup for Bobby because Gwame is so good at breaking down people.
Yeah.
And Gwame is good at getting angles that are so obvious but haven't been said before. I think that is a quality I've nearly kind of tried to bite off him. Like, he's just so good at saying what's in front of you that nobody's
I'm gonna have to go
saying.
The other way though. Like, I know you guys got to rep your crew on the Irish side, but look at Bobby.
I'm Team Bobby. I'm Team Bobby. Fuck that.
I know, all right, fair.
Fuck
Gwame. I know you cheeky git, all right? But like Bobby.
I've no loyalty.
Oh, shut up. But this guy commands the room when he's in it. Even if you look at the battle he pretends doesn't exist versus Oshea, he still has the room attention. Even when he's choking, he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. A-Ward had that bar, sure, and make him choke good, look good like Bobby Rex. And it's so true. Like, he just owns the room.
Bobby hasn't been there before either, and I think it's as strange as it sounds. He's got some star power. He's got some charisma, and he told Censor to go fuck himself in Censor's battle, and he fully meant it before he was just like, "Well, hang on, it's not my battle." This guy's gonna gun for Gwame. Like, I know that if Gwame just stands there and clowns, he's got a chance. But Bobby's going to kill him, in my opinion, if he doesn't prep for more than 48 hours. He needs to prep properly for this one.
Honestly, that wasn't not a slight on Bobby. Bobby's one of my favourites, even though I call him shit. Like, it's just non-going joke between me and Bobby. But Matt is completely right. Like, it's just the perfect style clash, and could be good.
I think Rory's gotten a bit younger.
Gwame's just after walking into Rory's chat crying.
That brings us to the top of the card. So, Mattias, pay-per-view, is that going to happen, or?
We are. I'm asking the guys to do it, and they've done it before. They've sold some. I'm pretty confident we can get something going. We just need to get the venue locked, which, as we said, we're almost done and sorted. And I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to put something on the pay-per-view. At the end of the day, it's not about trying to make some money on this event. Might be worth mentioning, actually, in case people are thinking, because I'm financing the card, I'm going to get some form of financial reward here. No, I'm taking nothing. I'm covering the cost of, like, flights and whatever, and the admin fee, but any profit and all footage stays with Rap is Full 100%. It's about building the scene, and it isn't about trying to enrich myself or a little cheeky 500 quid for myself, euro for myself. It's not about that. So if we get a pay-per-view, I'd strongly ask, if you're interested in supporting the scene, buy it. You're not making me richer, you're supporting Rap is Full.
And go fucking subscribe to Rap is Full. Like I say this all the time on the show. It's criminally under-subscribed channel.
Yeah, subscribe, though.
Yeah, I knew you were going to come with that one. I'll tell you what, Tom, I would love to hear you just quickly give us your view on each battle. Would it be 3-0, 2-1? If you run up the card, and I want to hear your views on it, though.
All right. Yeah, TY the Poet, not seen the guy at all, I'm afraid. And Yaneth came on and did top 10 Manchester battle rappers with me. It's one of the most disliked episodes in the history of Battle Rap Resume. So for that reason...
Shout out to the bigger lad every time.
Yeah.
Props to the bigger lad.
So yeah, got a shout out to the bigger lad there. Rapthor versus Joy France. That is a really... Hang on, I've skipped a few, haven't I? There was JPEG. JPEG versus Lazy. First of all, Lazy, don't change your name. Lazy's a boring name. Lazy Oshea is a great battle rap name.
I actually like that name.
Yeah, I think it's a really awesome name.
Yeah, I think you should keep it as well.
Yeah.
No, if he goes to America, if he gets called that, it will be laughed at. Lazy works better in the USA if that's his game.
Yeah, I guess so. And I know that he has, sites for going overseas and stuff like that. And sometimes the name, you can circumscribe it to a positive extent, like passwords becoming pass, like that's kind of cool. But, regardless, obviously I love Lazy. Again, don't really know JPEG too well. Did he battle Young Crumpet? Am I thinking that's the right guy?
No, he didn't. He just battled Lizzie C.
Lizzie
C.
Okay.
And he was on the Don't Flop 20 tryout thing. He's like the second matchup that's on that.
Was it?
Yeah.
The Trial by Combat event, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was him. Second battle on the video is him.
Yeah, that was a cool video. Got to go with Lazy, got to go with the experience here, and I think the archetype that he's ascended to with the terminal battle, where he was a little more weary and slower and a bit more sardonic. I think if he weaponizes himself like that, I think he'll win. We've got Kinell as well, pretty much for the same reasons. I think Kinell's an absolute professional, and the battles versus Ted and Danny Jack, and I think his recent form is pretty explosive. I do like Lizzie C from what I've seen. I literally watched the first round of the JPEG battle before this episode, so we'll have to go back there. Rapthor versus Joy France, very difficult. I do want to see someone absolutely going for Joy France's neck, as wonderful as she is. Like, I want to just see someone just assault her verbally. I think Joy is in love with the art form right now, and I think we'll be doing something that will probably transcend the two of them, so I'm looking forward to that. Probably got Rapthor winning. Double L, I've got him taking that if he takes it seriously. I think he has one of the most electric personalities when he's on his game. Balor is a little bit obscure to me. I've not really watched too much of his stuff. Podge, obviously have you bodying Oshea free zip.
Good.
O'Shea's going to choke every round.
City.
But I mean, if Osh just...
Oh, is that right, Podge? Is it? The head the Irish.
No.
But you are right, though. I think 2018 is going to be looked back when we do the whole retrospective on Oshea as one of his best years ever. So you've got a lot riding against you there. And I'm going to give it to Gwame versus Bobby. I actually prefer Gwame's style, and I think Bobby can be his own worst enemy at points, but he's still one of the most technically gifted battlers in the history of this thing, and him in his van on a beat on his phone is like peak, to me. I love watching that shit. But yeah, I think if Gwame prepares a bit more, he can probably skewer Bobby. It might be dangerous as well. This is one of the last battles of the day. The card's incredible, guys. Like, seriously incredible. I want to urge everyone again, pick up a ticket if possible to head over, but definitely support the pay-per-view, and certainly subscribe to Rap is Full as well, and go back and watch some of the battles. And we should do an episode in the future, actually, maybe like top 10 Rap is Full battles or something like that. It'd be cool to introduce people to them.
Maybe in the future, maybe get past their third year or something when we have a proper body of work.
I don't think I'm the right guest for that video, to be honest.
No, No, it's all good. Me and my friend Terminal. I mean, I feel he was very left out today.
You look at you doing it again, sly little sod, right? I mean, I don't think you could make any more hints. You know that little bit of Facebook of going, let's not mention that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm not helping anything here, but we'll see.
So I guess finally, I mean, Ruairi, where do people subscribe?
It's Rap is Full on YouTube. It's on basically, and we have Section 6 as well, which is like a second channel for the tryouts.
Okay.
Which is you'll find kind of Lizzie C has a couple of battles on that. JPEG is on it. TY the Poet is on it. Do you know what I mean? Some of their battles didn't make the main channel. Usually it was because of their opponents or whatever, which is just. But so we just didn't put them on the main channel. But they've both been on the main channel with their last two battles. So that's looking positive for this. But then it's Rap is Full on Instagram, Rap is Full on Twitter. And yeah, I think that's it really. Do you know what I mean? YouTube is the main thing really, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And Podge, what about yourself, your music, your personal profile?
Yeah, Podge Dwyer on Facebook and at Podge Dwyer on Twitter, and I think it's at Podge Boozehound on Instagram. If you don't get at Podge Dwyer on something, just try at Podge Boozehound. It's either or.
Right. Mattias, finally, anything to share?
Just to say thank you very much to the Rap is Full team, Podge, Ruairi, and yourself. I mean, when you're a fan trying to reach out, having people that are in the scene that are so receptive to a few ideas and let a bit of an idiot like myself have some creative control, it's a bit of a risk. And I hope after this card, you may hear that I might be at a few other events putting my fingers in a metaphorical pie. So it's been an absolute blast. These guys are brilliant to work with. Subscribe to Rap is Full, and I'll see you 3rd of January, Broken Resolutions in Dublin.
And before we go, shout out the unsung hero of Rap is Full, Tony Fallon, as well. He does all the media. He'll be doing all the video, flyers and trailers and all that. And he never gets the credit he deserves, and he probably works harder than both me and Ruairi. So shout out Tony.
Yeah, Tony is constantly on his thing, isn't he? And he only started like a year ago as well. Do you know what I mean? Out of necessity, because it was too hard to find some. We had Bagnall over to do an event. I think the event that Bagnall filmed was the first event that Tony actually filmed as well. Like, so we kind of just threw him in with Bagnall to see if any of the magic would kind of rub off on him, and he's just learned the whole time. You know what I mean? So it's just a work in progress, really. Also, I want to shout out the Crystal Strip Tennis Party, CSTP up in here.
Dear. Oh dear.
What is that? I don't get that in-joke. What is that?
You see,
most people don't.
No.
You see, we had a sponsor who did a hip flask for the champ, and it was Crystal Script Enniscorthy. But when the subtitles went up on YouTube, it came out Crystal Strip Tennis Party. So...
And then it turned into a movement.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's how things start, I guess. So, follow us at Balor Resume, subscribe. Obviously, subscribe to Rap is Full as well. Put all the links down below. Go support the event. Guys, thanks again.
Pleasure, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Thank you.